Let my revenge begin.
It's the Jet Squad. Welcome to World Breaker Cool's Reviews. I'm your host, World Breaker Cool, and today we're looking at X-Force's Sunspot and Warpath. I almost forgot his name that quick, which is terrible. We've got Jonathan Proudmore along with Sunspot looking all cool. I like the colorations. These are classic 90s colors. I almost wish we had an extra head for Sunspot here, but I like these. These are two figures that I think are going to look really nice in my collection. Sunspot has a cool little effects from his solar plasma, I believe it is. I didn't really read X-Force. I was an X-Men nut back in the day. I did have the cards. I had the encyclopedias, but I really didn't read as much X-Force until Executioner's Song, for those of you familiar with that. So that's when I really kind of started seeing those characters more. And yeah, they're really cool. They're really cool. Mine has some real bad gumminess there. I'm not sure what happened there. But other than that, it's a fairly clean figure. It's on that Bucky Cap mode. Everything moves fluently. It's not gummy. Besides that minor paint imperfection, I think everything else looks really darn good. This back piece here is glued in, unfortunately. So that's a bummer. I do like how they glued this part in, because that's not normal, but it looks very nice. His head can't look up as much just because of the neck piece there and the mask. So there's that. He can look down pretty far, even though he has that portion, because it just has just enough room. So that's nice as well. Shoulders can go out perfectly fine. You've seen this body build tons of times, so it's not something that should be terribly surprising. We've even had these effects for quite a while as well. But for some reason, just seeing Sunspot like this, I think I'm just happy to finally get him, just for the simple fact I've been reading a lot more X-Men lately, and he's a big and New Mutants right now that's going on in House of X series. So that's cool. He's very rich too. He's very rich, if you didn't know. So I think he owned AIM for a while. So he's a good figure. I would rate him out of 10. I'd give him a solid 8. I think he's a fun figure. Even if you don't know who this character is, he's kind of cool to look at. He does pop on the shelf, being that it's a solid black character with all these extra colors and bands. So I like that. 8 out of 10. Then we've got Warpath. Okay, Warpath, I believe, is on that Omega Red buck. The shoulders come off. I know a lot of viewers aren't showing the top of the shoulders, just to let you know what's going on up there. I believe Omega Red had the same thing, but I'm 90% sure it's the same buck. It does look good. I like the range of motion he has with the pieces off. I don't feel like he gets as much range of motion with this piece on. That's a lie. It does, because it's flexible. It's very flexible. So that's good news. I know a lot of people don't like the face. They say his face looks too old. I think it looks cool. I think it's a good face. You tell me. Is that a bad face? I mean, I can't see the age there. Yeah, I can kind of see it the closer you get, but from far away, it's not bad. And then you got the feather up there. Could have used some shading there. The hair probably could have used some shading too, but it looks good. It looks good. I like the body too, but what's really not doing it for me is the gumminess of the legs. These legs are about the gummiest legs I've ever had on a figure. They're bad. I mean, it supports his own weight. Fine. I don't have any problem standing the guy. The belt's nice. It doesn't feel like it's going to break, but man, does it feel gummy. So that is something to think about with this figure. And the arms are a little bit gummy too. I'm not sure why that is, but that's what's going on. Warpath came with one more accessory, or two, if you want to call it two. He came with two open handed hands, open hands. So I guess if you have a dagger or two, you can put those in there. But he really didn't use those the dagger in this suit. That was more of the X-Force, which is a line I'm more familiar with. I cannot wait to get an X-Force version of this guy. Because, well, the X-Force with Wolverine and the Killers, okay? That's what I'm talking about. That I cannot wait for, because I think that's going to be a cool set. But all in all, I would give Mr. Proudmore, he gets an 8 as well. He gets an 8 as well. I think they both look good. I think you'll be more than enough happy with these figures. And, yeah, that's it. So until next time, peace and thunder grease.